Shazam! So, I went to see the Shazam movie. I'd say it's pretty good. But here's a problem with it. Uh, it didn't have like a lot of action like Aquaman and Wonder Woman did. I kind of liked it, but actually, those two, Aquaman and Wonder Woman, were so much better because they had a lot of action than Shazam did. So apparently, yeah, it did have like really good fighting scenes, so many cool parts, like the group, like the Shazam group, like going together, and I really like that part. That's the only part I only liked, and everything else was really funny, and yeah, it's okay. I give it a 4 out of 5 just because it's pretty good. Um, but yeah, every DC EU movies that I've seen, uh, like Suicide Squad, I hate that movie because it's so terrible, um, and pretty much like one of my least favorite DC movies because of course it's about villains and villains we're supposed to kill, and they're just scumbags with weapons well, except for Killer Croc, he's pretty like aggressive. Like he doesn't have a weapon. His only weapon is like teeth. So apparently, Batman versus Superman. Nah, it wasn't that good. Um, Man of Steel wasn't that good either. Um, but yeah, and this was pretty much. So Shazam is pretty much like better than like Suicide Squad, Justice League, um, Batman vs Superman, and Man of Steel. So it's pretty much better than those. The only favorites that I liked is Aquaman and Wonder Woman for now, because I always like action Marvel movies and DC movies. But to be honest, I really liked Captain Marvel more than Shazam, but both of them are pretty much better. And they're just comparing Shazam and Captain Marvel. And here's the thing about Captain Marvel, it's becoming underrated because of the haters out there like John Tox. John Tox is becoming annoying. To think that Brie Larson is like a racist or something like that. And that's what's been bothering me about Captain Marvel. It's becoming underrated, but it did do good with money, like $1 billion in the box office, and it deserves it. It's like the one of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen. So apparently, no, it doesn't matter what the haters say. It's like, oh my god, they're just overreacting to a freaking rant that is not worth of like overreacting. So apparently, screw the haters with passion. Just screw the haters and go watch Captain Marvel. And if anybody has seen Alita, it's also a good movie. And but here's the thing: they're comparing another superhero movies like Alita and Captain Marvel, and they're both really good. And people say that Captain Marvel was terrible. It was boring. It was the most weakest MCU entries. I disagree with that. They say the same thing with Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3. I totally disagree because it's total. It's Marvel, and that's what Marvel does. They do funny stuff. They like do some things that are pretty disappointing, but the movies still have good action. Like, come on, guys, let's deal with the freaking Marvel now. It's like saying that Solo is pretty terrible. I'd say it was meh. It was okay. And the Last Jedi is pretty underrated too. I don't know why it has bad reviews. I know it has I know the Last Jedi had unnecessary deaths, but it's pretty much like a good movie. Uh, it's pretty good, but people hated like Luke Skywalker dying instead of Leia. Come on, guys. You can do better than this. Come on, man. You guys are overreacting by stupid stuff. But anyways, yeah, Shazam was pretty good. I pretty much like the movie. If you guys are watching this, then stop watching this if you don't want any spoiler alerts. That means you, Keaton. So yeah, apparently my friend Keaton watches my videos, and when I did my Marvel Defenders review, he watched it all, and and I said if this contains spoiler alerts. If you don't like spoiler alerts, then don't watch. So yeah, Shazam was pretty good, and but going back to the topic, I pretty much liked it. It's pretty good. Pretty much better than the other movies. Well, except for Aquaman and Wonder Woman. And hey, here's the thing about DC, they're not doing that good. They're really trying hard to be like Marvel, but apparently it's not working that much. So this is why the reason Marvel is so much better, even without Stan Lee. Because they have so much special effects in their movies, and well, they have good special effects, and and they have a lot of action than DC now in the movies. I remember watching the comics, reading the comics. I mean, of Marvel and DC, and DC had the comics. There, I've read Green Lantern, The Flash, Batman, Superman, so many, like for real, and I know that Shazam is like the original Captain Marvel, but then the Captain Marvel from Marvel kind of took the name from Shazam, and apparently I can see the reason why they put her as the name Captain Marvel, and she's pretty marvelous. So yeah, both Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel from DC, and the new Captain Marvel from Marvel, they're both awesome, but the movie is pretty good, and pretty much recommend you guys to see it because it's pretty good. I kind of liked Captain Marvel more than Shazam. Eh, it's a little complicated to explain. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. So yeah, it explains the story of how the a 14 or 15-year-old boy becomes Shazam. And it's pretty much based in the comics, like you know. And I heard that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is going to be the Black Adam, and that's pretty much going to be awesome. So yeah, Zachary Levi, he is pretty much fit for this character Shazam. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I pretty much like the movie. If you have not watched it, then go watch it if you want. It's pretty good. I just didn't like it as much as Captain Marvel, and Aquaman and Wonder Woman. So yeah, I pretty much recommend you to watch it. All right. Hope you guys have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe, to leave a like, and as always, peace.